Welcome back, lottery fans. Today I'm going to be showing you a pick 4 lottery strategy that I've been using in a few different states so far in August, and it seems to be performing pretty well. So I'm going to go ahead and show you an example of how to do this rundown using a couple of different states, and then as always go ahead and try it in your state, and hopefully you'll start getting some hits out of this rundown. Firstly, I do want to say though, a big thank you to everyone that's been giving thumbs up on these videos, sharing these videos, subscribing to the channel. It really has helped this channel grow a lot, and that's what keeps me coming back, doing more and more of these videos. So the more you put the thumbs up on these videos, the more I'm just going to do them. So thank you very much for that. I really appreciate it. But let's go ahead and jump into the rundown. And also, always, we're going to be using our Pick 4 Tic-Tac-Toe rundown worksheet. If you don't have this already, you can get it for free from lotterypredictor.com. There is a link down below in the description, so you can go ahead and grab that. And there's not only this rundown worksheet, but lots of other rundown worksheets you can download completely for free, print them out, do the rundowns yourself. So you've got all the nice grid and the layouts and everything. And of course it does contain the mirror numbers and the flip numbers. We're going to be using mirror numbers today, so it's always a handy worksheet to have so you can look up the mirror numbers easily. Let's go ahead and jump into it. And the first state that we're going to be doing today is going to be the Georgia Pick 4. And specifically it's going to be for the midday. Now to do this rundown, you're going to go ahead and need 3 results, and you're going to need 3 specific results from the past history of the lottery that you're doing. I'm going to start with the date 8/11, which is today. Because it's midday, we're going to grab today's midday result, and then I'll show you how if you grab the one from your base date, I'll show you how to grab the other 2. It's very easy, but it does take a little bit of backtracking through the lottery history, so you'll definitely need to go onto your state's lottery website and get the history from there, or go onto lotterypredictor.com and get the past lottery results so you can look up these on there. So in Georgia on 8/11 in the midday, the result was a 3681. So we're going to start with that number. Now the other 2 numbers that you're going to need, you're going to need to get 2 more numbers that start with the first number of the result you're using. So we're going to need 2 more numbers that start with this 3 number here. So what you need to do is go ahead and find the past results. As I said, they're on lotterypredictor.com if you want them, or you can go ahead and look on your state website, and you're going to need to find the 2 recent results that have that first number. So from Georgia, we need the 2 most recent results that start with a 3. Now, going back into the history, on the 1st of August, we had a 3835. And then tracking back even further, just one day, on the 31st of July, we had a 3682 as well. So now we have all 3 results, and as you notice, all 3 of them start with the number 3, and that's important, and you'll see why as we fill out the base grid here. So we start with this first result, and we're going to put it down in the left-hand column on our base grid. So we'll take that 3681, and we'll just fill it in like so. Whoops, sorry, that's a 6, not an 8 right there. 3681. Now you take the second result, in our case a 3835, and you're going to put it diagonally. So you're sharing that same 3 in the top left hand corner, but put it diagonally on the base grid. So 3835. And then we'll take the last one, the furthest away result, this 3682, and you're going to put it on the top line. Once again, sharing that 3. That's why it's important that the first numbers all are the same, because they're all going to share this top left hand box here. So we're going to put 3682 in there. Now we've got some blank spaces still on the grid, so to fill in those blank spaces, we're going to use the traditional anti-clockwise counting up. So that the way in which we do that is we start with the bottom right handmost number, in our case of 5, and we go anti-clockwise round, counting up from 5. So we'll go 5 to 6 to 7, and then keep them going round, 8, 9. When you get to 10, you're going to flip back to 0. So we put 0 there, and then a 1 there. So that fills out our base grid like so. Now, as I mentioned, for this rundown, we're going to go ahead and use our mirror numbers. That's on this worksheet here. What we do is look up the individual number in each box, look up the mirror number for it, and fill it in on the translated grid here. So we'll take the 3. The mirror number of 3 is 8, so put an 8 there. 6, the mirror number of 6 is 1, so put a 1 there. 8, the mirror number of 8 is 3, put a 3 there. Mirror number of 2 is 7. You're just going to keep going down, getting those mirror numbers, filling them in on the grid until you've got all the translated grid filled out. 8 is a 3, 9 is a 4, 3 is an 8, 6 is a 1, 1 is a 6, 0 is a 5, 1 is a 6, and 5 is a 0, like so. So now we've got a base grid and translated grid. Now to get the suggested numbers that we're going to play, we're going to apply our patterns to these, so we can actually go ahead and pick out that. And this time, as you know, I've got my usual patterns I like to play. I'll either play diagonals or horizontals or verticals, but I've been noticing that the box patterns, the four corners, has been hitting pretty well over the last couple of months for several states, so we're going to go ahead and use that. Now to do that, you basically divide the grid into 4 sections: top left, top right, bottom left, and bottom right. And you'll use the 4 numbers in those corners. So the first one will be a 3, 6, 8, 6, like so. 3, 6, 8, 6. Then we've got an 8, 2, 7, 8 in the top right hand corner there. Going down to the bottom left, we've got an 8, 9, 0, 1. And then finally in the bottom right, 3, 6, 5, 1, like so. So that's 4 numbers from our base grid. We're going to go ahead and play exactly the same pattern on our translated grid here to get the next 4 numbers. So to start with the top left, an 8, 1, 3, 1. Then we've got a 3, 7, 2, 3. Then moving down to the bottom left on the translated grid, we've got a 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a nice sequential number there, counting up. Always like numbers that have good patterns like that, like a sequential there. And then an 8, 1, 0, 6 from the bottom right. And that should round out our 8 numbers that we can start playing. So there we have it, 8 numbers now that we can start playing in the Georgia midday. As always, with all the rundowns that I do, you can either do some backtracking to see if it's working, or if you want to start afresh like we're doing with this one starting today, play these for about 3, 4, 5 days. If you see them hitting, then you'll probably want to play for another 2 or 3 weeks with the rundown. If not, mix it up, do a different rundown. Plenty of other videos on this channel with other rundowns you can try. But let's go ahead and do another state so you can see that rundown again, so you can get an idea just exactly how it works. And for our second state tonight, we're going to go ahead and we're going to use the Indiana pick 4. And specifically, we're going to be using the Indiana evening pick 4 this time. Once again, we're going to use the 8, 10 as our base state. We only need 3 numbers. So we're going to start with our result from 8, 10, which was a 1, 5, 8, 6. And then we're going to backtrack in our history of the results, the past results, and find 2 other results that have a 1 in their first number here. So I did that for Indiana. I had to go back pretty far in Indiana. There actually wasn't that many in the recent months that actually started with a 1. So the first one I actually found was on the 28th of July. That was a 1, 6, 0, 4. And then backtracking a bit more, on the 17th of July, I found a 1, 6, 6, 8. So almost had to go back an entire month to find 3 results that started with a 1. Now to go ahead and get our base grid, we're going to do the same pattern again as last time. We're going to take that first number and we'll fill it in the left hand column vertically down. So 1, 5, 8, 6. Then we'll take the second number and we're going to put it, using that same shared number 1, we're going to put it diagonally across top left to bottom right. So 1, 6, 0, 4. Like so. And then finally, we're going to take our last one, 1, 6, 6, 8, and put it horizontally on that top line there. 1, 6, 6, 8, like so. Now, just like the other one in Georgia, we're going to start in the bottom right using our anti-clockwise counting up method. So we'll go from 4 to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and when you get to 10, start back down at 0 again. So filling in that last spot with a 0, like so. Now we can go ahead and use our mirror numbers to fill in our translated grid. Same method, looking up every single individual number on the grid as our mirror number and filling it on the translated grid. I'm just going to go ahead and do these really quickly, hopefully without making any mistakes. As you've been through these rundowns quite a few times, if you do lots and lots of rundowns, you'll start to learn these flip numbers and these mirror numbers off by heart. They're actually not that hard to memorize once you've done it a few times. Now, it can be a bit tricky trying to talk whilst doing it because you are prone to mistakes. But as I've said in the past, if I do make a mistake, definitely point it out in the comments, because that way I know you're paying attention and you're staying this far in the video. It's always a good plus for me to know that you're catching my mistakes. And several of you have caught a couple of mistakes in the past, so I appreciate that. Alright, let's go ahead and apply our pattern, and we're going to use that same pattern again. We're going to use the 4 corners pattern. So starting out in our base grid, we're going to go ahead and use that top left box rather, a 1665. So our first number is going to be 1665. Then we switch to the top right at 6867. 6867. Moving into the bottom left, 8896. 8896. And finally from our bottom right, we've got a 0540. 0540, like so. Now we can go ahead and use that same pattern again on our translated grid. So top left would be a 5110. 5110. Top right is a 1312. And I'm seeing a lot of doubles in these. I think pretty much every number out of this has a double in Indiana. So that's an interesting pattern there. Maybe a good indication that doubles are a good one to start watching out for. Every single number we're pulling out here has a double in it. Next one is a 3341. And finally a 5095, our last double there. Alright, and there we have it. Those are the 8 numbers that we might want to start playing in our Indiana Pick 4 evening lottery now. So there we have it. There's Georgia, there's Indiana. Hopefully you enjoyed this rundown. As always, please give me a thumbs up. Please share this video with any other lottery fan that you think might like enjoying the lottery. Certainly people that like to do rundowns definitely might enjoy these videos. I definitely appreciate it if you're sharing this video. I'm going to be back soon with some more rundowns. Definitely leave me a comment if you really want me to do your state. I'm definitely paying attention and keeping a tally of all the different states that people are saying. I'm trying to get to those ones that are most popular first, but I'm not forgetting those that aren't as popular. I want to get across all the states and all the countries as well. So they are definitely coming. I'm keeping a list of everything. Alright, that's it. Good luck, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks. Bye.